And legislators from the Pan-African Parliaments adopted a raft of measures to ensure implementation of the African Climate Summit commitments in a parliamentary dialogue session at the National Assembly. The lawmakers resolved to interrogate national budgets. The legislators also vowed to take tangible actions devoid of lip service in budgeting for climate action programs.
On the final day of the African Climate Summit, lawmakers across the continent converged to forge parliamentary pathways for effective climate action.
We're very pleased with the ambition Kenya has provided for us now.
After 3 sessions of deliberations, an agreement on how to finance the climate resolutions was reached.
We, the representative of these people, will have to play our role in order to ensure that there is a positive transformation of the rhetoric of this language of the declaration to tangible actions on the ground.
Situation in South Sudan is different, is well known for all of you. But now I declare myself here as one of young parliamentarians from South Sudan to champion the issue of climate change in South Sudan.
They pledged to push for an increase in budgetary allocations towards adaptation and mitigation programs on climate change.
Recognizing the imperative nature of this crisis, we pledge as Zambia and Southern Africa our unwavering support to lobby our executives in our individual countries to allocate adequate resources for climate change adaptation and mitigation within our countries and the broad African context.
The 23 billion that has been committed from governments and partners, $23 billion that has been committed to this particular declaration, then it is apparent that members of parliament will have to play a very major role in it. Otherwise, it will become just a declaration if we do not follow our resources with that kind of a declaration.
At the same time, key speakers urged members to pass legislation to ensure main emitters pay taxes depending on pollution magnitudes.
The discussions of carbon emissions tax should not be a punishment, but rather the right thing to do.
And if Africa do not stand up to defend the exploitation of these mineral resources, will continuously be on the receiving end.
We have been promised huge sums of monies. The funds are not coming. It is now better for us to think outside the box. Let's think about local actions. What can we do ourselves? Particularly the adaptation mitigation measures. Those ones are not beyond us.
The power of the past lies in Parliament. Whatever it is that we want to do, you must stamp on the appropriations of our resources. So I want to encourage you as parliamentarians to ensure that in your respective jurisdictions, you are appropriating enough resources for adaptation and mitigation programs on climate change.
The Africa Parliamentarians Forum on Climate Change resolutions are also set to form part of the deliberations during the COP28 Climate Change Forum set for December in Dubai. Kamchimenza for Prime Edition.